Come to congratulate me on a successful show? I was just out back soaking in the success of the Alexa-Nikki match.
So you didn't see the #1 contender match with Becky and Bayley?
No, that match practically booked itself. Why? Who won? Who are we putting against Bianca at Survivor Series?
We have a problem. Damage Control ran in during the match, and at first it looked like maybe a straightforward DQ victory for Becky, but then she got irked and went after them. And technically the bell rang at some point, but with all the fighting that broke out outside the ring, nobody really won. And we still need a challenger for Bianca. If I may make a meager suggestion, Survivor Series is right around the corner. You may just have to step up as GM and make a decision.
No, we still have one Raw left before Survivor Series. Let's do a rematch. Becky versus Bayley to determine Bianca's challenger.
Do you really think the match will go any differently this time around?
I do. Because as much as it pains me to admit it, you're right about one thing. I need to step up as GM. So I'll be serving as special guest referee.
Bringing indie cred and attitude to the WWE ring, it's Cap! The man is here! A competitor who never backs down from a fight.
And the participants, first from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch!
All right, here comes Michael Cole's best friend.
Great. Our general manager, the captain, promises that we'll have a #1 contender. By the back.
Going counter for counter. Now can it be capitalized on? Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Neither competitor.
The pin and the win! Yes!
She gets her. Becky Lynch gets the win.
Here is your winner, Becky Lynch!
And the man stands victorious here tonight. You have to give credit to Bayley for giving it her all, but Becky Lynch was just too much.
Oh, props to Becky Lynch. When the man comes around to collect, someone's catching him.
Well, that was something.
Hey, You were the one who said I should put my finger on the scale.
Yeah, but I thought that "and don't get caught" part was implied.
I wasn't actively trying to get caught.
Too bad you don't have the chance to course correct the championship match before Survivor Series.
But maybe I do.
How? Survivor Series is this weekend. You can't send Becky and Bailey back out there tonight for another rematch.
No, but there's another option. As someone said recently, I'm Miss TBD Rebel, not a lawful good rule follower. And Raw is a 3-hour show. There's an announcement I need to make.
All right, Miss TBD Rebel. Whatever you've got up your sleeve, good luck.
This is the second time we've seen the acting Raw general manager in the ring tonight, but this time she has a special announcement.
Here's hoping this goes more smoothly than her stint as special guest referee.
As GM, I'm not deaf to the concerns of the WWE Universe. Specifically, that my involvement in our #1 contender match earlier tonight may have made it look like management was biased towards Becky Lynch. I assure you, my intent as GM is simply to put on the best show for the WWE Universe. And that applies to not just Raw, but Survivor Series. As such, it is my duty to inform you that Bianca Belair will not be defending the Women's World Championship this weekend.
Bianca's being pulled from Survivor Series?
She will not be defending this weekend because it's clear Bailey and Becky Lynch are not done yet. I just hope they have allies to rally to their side. 8 fighters, 2 teams of 4. War Games!
War Games at Survivor Series? I'm not missing this one.
Well, we're paid to be there, Saxton.
I know, but it's still incredibly exciting.
I probably should be upset at you for putting another hurdle in front of my title match. But honestly, fair play.
Glad we're okay.
We are. And I respect your hustle. You've made a lot of bold choices.
Really?
I like your instincts. Especially when you get in trouble and have to think quickly on your feet. Heck!
Let me think.
You really did it this time, didn't you, you dummy?
I think you'd be happy that you're getting another opportunity to earn the title match in War Games.
Should have just booked the War Games match from the start, honestly. Want to be on my team?
Why do you want me on your team?
I think it's pretty clear from your time as GM that you've been going into business for yourself here and just doing whatever you can to scrape by. And that's exactly what I look for in damage control. So what do you say? Join me, Dakota, and Io in the fight to secure my WWE Women's World
I'll get back.
Hey, I've been looking for you. I thought we were gonna...
Turns out I was pretty busy in here. Both Becky and Bailey want me to be on their War Games team.
You can't be serious. You loused this up so badly, and they both want you on their team?
What can I say? I'm a catch.
I swear, there's something in the water around here that allows you to walk away from the consequences of your actions unscathed.
Thanks for another great promoter lecture.
Look, I know you're gonna do it anyway. Who are you teaming with?
Becky said she'd let me pick the rest of the team. I'm joining her side.
Can't wait for you to get absolutely no flack for putting yourself into the match that you set up. Well, good luck. I'm sure it'll be interesting.
The following is a women's war!
Cap wanted a war. What a hard-fought victory!
Here are your winners, Kelly, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Charlotte Flair.
A triumphant victory for one team and the taste of bitter defeat for the other.
Leaving pieces of their body and soul in the ring, but the price is worth the transaction. They'll be dining out on this.
Becky and the captain are still celebrating their epic War Games victory.
And why wouldn't they? You're now looking at the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship and the GM who put her in that position.
This will go a long way in shaping the future of the women's division on Raw. Shotzi? Is that a full-size tank?
Oh my God, Shotzi came prepared. I guess she graduated into something larger.
She's not stopping.
This is gonna be bad.
I don't want to watch, but I can't take my eyes off what's about to happen.
Shotzi just picked up speed. She's gonna ram the cage. Into the side.
Down they go. This is bad.
I can't believe what just happened.
We need some help out here, fast.
Whatever her issue was, Shotzi took things way too far here tonight.
What the hell was Shotzi doing? I've had no problem with her.
Yeah, I may have something to do with that. Oops.
Oops. I'm gonna be out for months. Is that really all you have to say?
How about oops? I got carried away booking matches, but forgetting to manage people. At least that seems to be the case, based on what I've pieced together.
You're back.
I was having a splendid time communing with the blue-footed booby of the Galapagos. But then, I caught wind of a few questionable developments. We should talk.
I swear, I had it all under control.
I watched Shotzi crash a tank into the War Games cage.
Fair point.
And perhaps, even more egregiously, you announce War Games without me. That's my thing. I announce War Games.
I'm sorry?
Respectfully, you're fired from being Raw GM.
I accept.
It wasn't a question. All that being said, with our newly minted #1 contender injured, we still need a challenger for Bianca. You know, what you've consistently failed to nail down. I hate rewarding you for this mess. But I'm a much better GM than you are, so I'm going to make the right choice for the show. And unfortunately, there's someone who helped lead her team to victory who's rightfully next in line for the opportunity. You'll be getting the championship match against Bianca Belair on the next Raw.
Here we go with this so-called major announcement.
I'm afraid this is a good news, bad news kind of night. And I've always been a bad news first kind of girl. So here goes. With our fearless leader, William Regal, returned, looking quite tan, might I add, the time has come for me to step down as your Raw General Manager.
I actually thought she did a great job, guys.
Are you kidding me, Byron?
At least it was exciting.
All right, so there may have been some mixed opinions on my stint as GM, but I'm sure that's only because we all know where I really belong, which is fighting in a WWE ring.
Not sure that's the only reason.
Which is why I'm pleased to announce, given Becky's unfortunate medical status, at the hands of someone who William Regal has assured me will be dealt with, the Real Suits have decided to name a new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. Me!
Huge news for the Women's World title.
And that championship match is happening right now!
After all the confusion around Survivor Series, we're finally getting to see Bianca defend her championship.
So, Bianca Belair, let's...
This woman just will not stop coming after the captain.
If her grievance was big enough to get her to take down the War Games cage in a tank, did you really expect her to let it go?
Hey there, friend.
Give it a rest, Shotzi. Haven't you done enough at this point?
I think what you meant to say is, thank you for making me #1 contender, Shotzi. Sorry you hurt your leg in that unfortunate tank incident.
Wait. How did you get hurt when you were driving the tank? Is this really all because I didn't give you proper credit for your terribly original idea of, let's have a War Games match at Survivor Series?
And didn't even put me in the match. But no, this isn't an isolated incident. This, apparently, is just what you do. Playing in other people's sandboxes, stealing other people's ideas, and jumping every line. You may have William Regal fooled, but not me, and not the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure, Shotzi.
Cutting lines might work in TBD, but in WWE, there are consequences.
Bayley?
That's Bayley's music, but where is she?
Is Shotzi just playing mind games here? Bayley from behind.
Shotzi's found an ally who's not okay with being skipped over for a Women's World Championship match.
I don't blame her. It was supposed to be either Bayley or Becky. Cap Weasel.
An incredible victory for the captain here tonight.
She certainly solidified her position as the #1 contender.
Shotzi from behind with that crutch.
What the heck? She claims she was injured.
She was just pulling all our legs, Cole.
Shotzi laying the boots in now.
Compared to the tank, this is nothing.
Finally, the referee getting control of the situation.
She's using that crutch on her throat. Shotzi wasn't done.
Russian leg sweep with the crutch.
At least Shotzi's made her point now, and we can finally get on to the business of the Women's World Championship next week.
I'm not so sure, Byron.
Neither am I. Based on what Shotzi said earlier, I doubt that this satisfied her desire for revenge. She's on a mission.
Does it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD? And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, "I'm not impressed."
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences? Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.
This is a moment of destiny for a woman who spent years crisscrossing the world and honing her skills before finally arriving in the big leagues of WWE.
You can really feel the electricity in the arena, Michael.
Waiting on the champion here.
It's obvious Bianca's playing mind games with her opponent.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Shotzi's vendetta against the #1 contender continues.
And it looks like she's had about enough of it.
No, guys, it's not what you think. I have a seriously heartwarming announcement. Bianca Belair can't be here tonight.
This is the second second time the #1 contenders match has been called off.
No, I told you, it's actually heartwarming. Bianca was wrapping up an appearance at a nearby community center before the show when suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 buses of adorable children from a local school showed up, excited to meet the Women's World Champion. And you know how Bianca is. She wouldn't leave until everyone got a picture and an autograph. How those buses showed up just in time to prevent Bianca from making it here for her championship match tonight, we may never know. But Bianca just couldn't leave those sweet children hanging. Are you seriously booing children? Wow, what a bloodthirsty bunch you all are. I did feel bad that you didn't have a match anymore tonight, though. Oh no, it's not me. I have the night off from in-ring action, just like at War Games. But these 3 women do not.
Oh my, the Cap has history with all these women.
And we're getting word from the truck that she'll be facing them in a fatal 4-way.
I think she said to bring it on.
Easy to say, harder to survive. Shotzi's curated a formidable challenge for the #1 contender.
Honestly, I'm just impressed that Shotzi managed to curate this match and 3 busloads of children in the same day.
What? That was Shotzi?
For God's sakes, catch up, Byron.
Oh my gosh!
The Empress of Tomorrow!
Oh, effectiveness.
Will be ended here. And what a win for Rhea Ripley tonight.
Here is your winner, Rhea Ripley.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the reason I'm missing my championship match with Bianca. Again!
Oh, it's hardly my fault. Your car service was way too willing to accommodate your new itinerary. You know, they really should have some sort of security on that. Figured the least I could do was play hooky from Raw 2 so we could have a little chat.
You really want to do this here?
Fight in an airport lounge? Absolutely not. They'd never let me back in, and I love their little mini cupcakes too much. I just want what's mine.
What exactly is that, Shotzi? I can't go back in time and hire you at TBD. I can't go back and put you in War Games. Your obsession with me is unhealthy.
What's unhealthy is theft. And I'm not just talking about War Games. You may have gotten a free pass from Regal to waltz around WWE, ripping off other people's ideas, moves, and gear, but you didn't get a free pass from me. You're the #1 contender. That should be me. Put it on the line in a match. Win or lose, we are done after that.
If it means never having to deal with your BS again, fine, you're on. But only because there's no way I lose.
Could she finally put this away? After years of antagonism, Cap has finally put Shotzi behind her. What a win.
I don't think Shotzi got the memo, Saxton. She's not going to take this insult lying down.
Spear out of nowhere from Bianca Belair.
The Women's World Champion just obliterated Shotzi.
Looks like Bianca's just as tired of Shotzi's shenanigans as anyone.
And now the champion and the #1 contender are facing off.
We may not have to wait for a match. This could jump off right here.
It's finally happening. The #1 contender and the Women's World Champion will finally go one-on-one.
It's about darn time.
This is going to be an epic clash for that championship, and I can't wait to see it.